Welcome to yoga, beginning of the week, beginning of the growing phase of the moon. So the new moon represents that first phase, the empty before the growth begins. Take a moment with your seat if you need to refine or support or be alternative with the way that you choose to sit. Just give yourself a moment to shift and settle. Gentle upright spine, shoulders back and down. Weave your fingers together, just in an easy way, in the gesture of new beginnings, the Ushas Mudra. Let your chin come down towards your chest, keep your shoulders down. Compassionate attitude so that you do not cause harm, but you create positive patterns. Connect with your breathing. And exhale one more time here. Lift up your chin. Keep lifting, keep your shoulders down, gaze down towards your nose. Just take your head back to any degree. Shine your face towards the sky. Let it be soft and open. Quieting our senses. Lift the back of your skull. Return to neutral. Let your right ear move towards your right shoulder. Keeping your left shoulder drawing downward. Now adjusting our eyes, the wandering nature of our eyes. Settle your eyes towards the tip of your nose. You'll finish and exhale. Gently lift up your head. It's heavy. And go the other way. Here towards the shoulder. Right shoulder drawing downward. Along with some new beginnings meditation. Grateful. Welcoming and receptive. One more breath. And return your head to center. Press your hands up towards the sky. Inhale deeply. Release, exhale. And come to bow twist to the right side. Squeeze in your hands. Look back. Tone in your low belly and ground into the earth for support. We create tension. And then release it. One more time, create tension, squeeze your hands so you activate, stretch your arms away from each other. Exhale, release, and bring your arms down into easy twist. One behind, one reaching across. Connecting with your breath, sounding breath through your nose, like a gentle ocean. Breathe out once more. Return to center. If you'd like, you can change the cross of your legs for the other side. Leave your fingers. Inhale, press up towards the sky. Release your hands into bow twist, second side. Use a strong core in this one to hold yourself upright. Grounding legs through the earth. Stretching the hands away from each other. Eyes side to the back of your mat. Not straining anything. Finding just the right amount of effort in each place. Exhale, soften hands and release your hands down. Easy twist, look back. Find a place where you feel something good. Breathe there. Not forcing and not holding back. On a moon day, we invite ourselves to go a little more slowly, a little more softly. Breathe out one more time. Return to center and just sit comfortably for a few rounds of breath. Relaxing your eyes, your brain. It's this meditation, a few breaths, paying attention, allowing for softness, and then thinking of the Om as an A-U-M and then a silent. So it's a 4-sounded process. If you'd like to join me, inhale deeply. Keep empty. Then release your hands back behind you with your fingers forward for heart lifting pose. Take a moment just to stretch the front of your shoulders and your chest, gaze downward. Press your hands to lift your heart. Adding in the release of the legs, toes down. Find your heart lift again. Then keep your feet together, knees bent or straight. And pump your ankles back and forth a few times. Try not to collapse into your shoulders. You can move your hands if you need to. A little closer. Bend your elbows. And breathe out, feet together, knees apart in Balasana pose. Bring your feet close to your pelvis. Hold on and reach forward with your heart. What can you soften here? Grounding the inner edges of the feet downward. If you would like to reach through or press your palms, 3 more slow breaths. Loving attitude towards all the cells in your body. Exhale once more. Making your way back to puppy pose. You can come to table first. Crossing, drawing your feet. You may go another way if it's better for your body. Hands forward over the knees and back. Toes tuck under. Knees comfortably wide. Extended puppy pose. Elbows up, head down. Deep breathing. Gently stretch your feet. Don't overdo. Heart reaches towards the earth. Be with the quality of its shape for 1 more breath. And follow inhalation up to tabletop. Release your feet. Remember, your hands can be ahead of your shoulders if needed for your wrists. Rock side to side for a moment, grounding hands and feet. Settle into center, tone your navel towards your spine. Then breathe in, heart forward. Breathe out, heart dropping down, or drawing up into the body actually, sorry. Twice more, cow pose, breathe in, extension, not too much in the low back. Breathe out, flexion. 1 more time. Nice slow breath, make it count, enjoy the journey. Nose gaze. And then navel gaze, exhale. And release. Adding the arms in a bend position and the legs reaching back for tiger pose. You would reach your right leg straight back with some energy, lengthen your spine, breathe in. Breathe out, hug your elbows and knee towards the center. Underneath you. Twice more. Curl, trot around the arms, hug them in towards each other. And again, lengthen everything through the top of your head. Exhale, curl. Second side, reach out, breathe in. Curl and breathe out. Spreading your hands, outward spiral energy. Breath and movement coming together. Slowly, one more time. And release. Come to your forearm plank pose, please. Maybe your knees stay down. You can just walk them back from the tabletop. Toes can tuck under and stay like that. Or pop up, lift your knees, 5. Press your forearms. Wide belt around your center so you don't strain your low back. Draw your pelvic floor muscles in and up into your body. And one more breath. Releasing with your exhale to your belly. And to your belly, and bring your hands by your chest, legs together and back. Cobra pose. Lift your heart. Down gaze. Soften what you can. Squeeze your legs together. Reach through them. One more breath. And release. Breathe. Press your way out. Hug your elbows in. Press forward and down. Peel yourself up. Make your way to downward facing dog. And rock side to side. And then stop moving your arms and hands and just move your hips side to side. Slowly. Thumbs relaxing. In towards the fingers. Find center and the uplift in your belly. Breathe out, heart reaching down. Breathe in, out to plank pose. And breathe out, back to downward dog. Again, out to plank. Pike up in your low belly and back to downward dog. You can bend your knees. Just be wherever you are with this work. You can do just 2 more. Press the earth with your hands. Firm your legs. Go back, breathe out. Walk forward. Fold forward, bending your knees, palms up, Lunar Uttanasana. Rest your chest on your legs, release your head down. Soften your hands. 3rd breath, leaving the body twice more. Lengthening your sides, calming your mind. Stand up with attention, with awareness. Use your legs, press your feet, rise up. Upward reach, breathe in. Breathe out, arms into your sides. Taking several breaths in Tadasana. Nice long in the low back. Gently extending through the top of your skull. Grounding into the earth. And gently hugging everything towards your midline. Try to remember that idea throughout practice until the end today. Center of your body, your navel, pelvic floor, your chakras, your heart, your spine. Weave your fingers together. Cross your right leg in front of your left. And press up to any degree. Side bending towards the left. Downward gaze. Out in front of you a bit for some stability. Not overdoing, your arms can be straight or bent. Straight over to the side, not forward or back. Breathe in, reach up. Then breathe out, release, breathe out. Change the cross of your legs. Weave your fingers, you could switch it up, do the other way, interlace up, shoulders down, and side bend. When side bends, we protect the back of the body with a strong core, navel gently in and up. Inhale for 4, exhale. One more time. Release with care, uncross, and pause. Feel yourself surrounded by light and greeting the sun with inhale up to the sky. Feel the energy of your hands, let them release from each other and ground somewhere else, wherever they reach. Bring them on down, ground your head. Halfway lift pose, maybe move your hands up, maybe not. Step back, one leg at a time. And so hold your plank pose. Broad upper back, broad chest. You can have both. Wide belt, thighs up. And tapas, the determination. 4, once more. Knees down, upward facing dog project, up first one. Make sure your knees are far enough from your hands that you have space. Tuck under your tailbone. Maybe lift your knees, roll your shoulders back. Gaze down, 2, 3, 4, open-hearted, and 5, downward dog, or go through table. If you need a little more of a transition, hold 5 breaths. Weight moves now out of the hands into the legs. I try not to have too much for too long in the arms. One more breath. Come down to your knees. Release your toes, rise up into heart lift, sacrum hold pose. Gently back bending by pressing your pelvis forward a little bit here with downward gaze. You may let your face shine upward. One more time, deep breath. And release down to child's pose. Hips up or down. Walk both arms to the right side to any degree. So trying to hold back here. We're really trying to release long across the arm end into the torso. Be very engaged with what your body is experiencing so you can take care of it. Find your breath in each pose. Just one more here. Release with some slowness. Come over to the other side. Let your head come down. Hands just open on the earth here, not bearing a lot of weight, but they can adjust to find that sweet spot. Breathe out again. Slowly return to center. Forearms, walk back your knees. Transition to your belly if you want to lift up to forearm plank. And then lower down slowly. Reach back your arms. Palms forward, fingers spreading. Lift your legs as well. 5 breaths. Shavasana. Always gaze down when we're doing back bends. Teach yourself that. Counter gaze. One more time. Relax, release. Let everything soften. Head to the right, shoulders down, heels out. It's a little time to connect with earth energy, ground your front body. Be with the quality of this. And again, breathe. And then just change your head the other way. Continue to release. Notice what happens to your breathing when you rest on your belly or compress the belly. Feel the breath rise in your low back through your rib cage and release back down and in. Once more. Head to center, hands by your chest, legs together. Press it up to upward facing dog with determination. Active legs. Flip over your feet when you're ready and come to downward dog. Breathe 5 more times. Head dangling, increasing blood flow to your brain. One more time. Complete an exhale. Hollow up your low belly, step your right leg forward, angle your back heel to the center of your mat and stand up. Pressing into both feet, squaring towards the front of your mat. Check in with your low back, maybe tuck your tailbone under. Warrior A position, shoulders down, arms relaxed to begin. Feel both feet. Lifted back arch. Inhale, sweep up your arms, keep your shoulders down. And again, let the plane of your face shine upward. Let your hands shine toward each other. See if you can feel the energy of the hands apart. And then bring them together, feel that energy, bring it to your heart, connect. Open out warrior B, turn out your back toes, settle into the side facing lunge. Your chest is facing the side in this pose, shoulders down, and then just turn your head to look forward. A little gaze down at your knee, make sure you can see your big toe there. Breathe out. Reverse warrior yogi's choice. Lean back, reach back, or connect arms in cow face pose if you would like. Or just assist that top arm, your choice. One more deep breath. And then come into the leaning and reaching up, extended side angle. Curl your pinky edge down, gather your fingers together. And 5, breathe it out. Downward dog if you want to flow through. Or little elbow bend, up dog, and then down dog, that's fine. A moment to settle and ground. And then second side, stepping to warrior A with some time to having mindful arrival up into a standing posture. Center your shoulders, check in with your low back. Lift your chin, plane of your face upward, hands shine towards each other. Lifting your back arch. Inhale for 4. One more time. Bring your hands together, really feel that. Seal it into your heart as well. And then open your back toes to the side. Warrior B. Ribcage side, pelvis side. Head turns to look up the front. Shoulders down. Keep your front ribs underneath you. Finding just the right effort. Adding a little bit of softness. Breathe out. Reverse warrior variations, your choice. Keep your front knee centered. It is okay to take breaks if you need to, or even work with them like straight for part of the time. It's easier with practice. One more time, breathe out. Lean and reach, breathing in. What can you soften in this strong pose? Breathe out once more. Inhale up and out. Just turning towards the right side of your mat. Stepping your feet about hip distance apart for a moon salutation. Being present with the sun energy and the moon energy. That's what Hatha yoga is all about. Some attitude of softness. As you breathe in, reach up your arms. Breathe out, side bend to the right. Breathe in up to center. Breathe out, side bend to the left. Press your hands. Inhale, center. Exhale, goddess pose. Hands down, toes out, bend your knees. Upright spine. If you would like to add shoulder hug with your left arm on top, or work your arms into eagle. Breathe out once more. Arms and legs release out and open. Star pose, deep breath. Breathe out over to your left leg to triangle pose. Enjoy the journey. Tone in your low belly. Ground your lower hand. Open towards the sky. Shoulders down and soft. Face soft. One more breath. Inhale, rise. Exhale, turn to face that leg at the front of your mat. Untitled Uttanasana. Roll your shoulders in, reach back. Come together with your knuckles or hold your elbows, fingertips, palms, all good. Not forcing. Shoulders need especially to be cared for. They are vulnerable. Don't overdo. Bow down. Trust the spreading of your feet. One more time. Rise, release your arms. Anjaneyasana, staying facing the same way. Bring down your back knee. Draw your knee towards your toes, front leg. Keep your hands stacked or stick them together and reach them up. Keep your gaze down, ground your feet, tuck your tail. Let your pelvis move forward as it feels good. One more time. Return to center. Transition to side lunge. Let your toes turn out and your knee turn out towards the corner of your mat. Use your arms to come into side lunge. You can come and rest up on your bent leg or stay on the floor. Stretch out the inside of your other leg that's straight. Breathe out once more. Starting to circle back over to the other side. Side lunge hold. Shoulders off the ears. Ground both feet. Navel up. Last breath, inhale. Exhale. Transition to face the back of your mat on Anjaneyasana. Come down into the low lunge crescent. Bringing it forward as you're ready. Upward reach optional. Four, and one more breath. Pelvis forward. Exhale, center. Untitled Uttanasana. Standing up. Stay facing the back of your mat. Roll in your shoulders. Come together behind. Long spine, breathe in. Slow forward fold, breathe out. You're not doing your maximum today. Little softness. One more breath. Legs strong, come up. Release your arms. Triangle pose, let your back toes turn out so you can open to the side. Reach up and down. Last breath. Strong legs rise. Back to Goddess pose, Uttanasana. Optional shoulder hug, left arm on top, right arm on top. Into the eagle pose. Just to the other way. Optional, all this. Focus on these nice open feet. This is so good to strengthen around your hips. With those open feet, press your legs straight. Reach out your arms, spread your fingers, star pose, deep breath. Soft, open. Exhale, arms down. Step feet in. And return to the top of your mat. Pausing to take in that energy, ground, settle. Breath of joy. Make sure you have room for your arms. And we are increasing our exhale by breathing deeply in. So we'll take the breath in 3 portions. The in breath is upward reach, outward reach, skyward reach. Exhale, bend your knees, fold in. Try that a couple times, your own pace. Inhale, inhale, inhale. When you're ready to breathe out, bend your knees, come down and forward. Release, deep exhale. Once or twice more, or just stand if you've had enough. And release. Squat down and step back to lizard lunge with your right leg. Arms on the inside, toes and knee turn out. You may be on your back knee or your forearms. Lots of ways to vary this pose. Try to find something that feels nice in your hips and then hold steady. Shoulders off the ears. Concentrate deeply. And breathe out one more time. Release with care, bring back your leg. So there are these lizards in the desert, Utah and Colorado, called collared lizards. And they do this little push-up move. So let's try a little, just a little dip. You can let your elbows be wide or in. Let's practice that. Press and away, press. And then draw back for a moment, rest your arms, rest your head. Bring your knees closer together and sit up. Just the right amount. Lizard lunge, second side. Adjust your back knee on or off the ground. Arms straight or forearms, one or both arms. You play with movement around your pelvis and legs and find a spot that feels good. Hold steady when you roll to the outside edge of that bent leg. Just do all your little supports. I've got my toes tucked under in the back. You can have that or release it. One more time. Slow breath. And a careful release. Hang out for a moment in Hanuman's pose. Take back your leg. Okay, collared lizard. Once again, hands in, elbows in. Dip down and hold from your knees. That's fine. If you have this in your practice, you can lift your knees. Let's be determined as we start a new month, a new cycle of the moon. And press back, wide child's pose. Threading the needle, optional. Hips can be up or down. Start over towards the left today. You may support your head if you would like to, once you're here, soften what you can. You can take your left arm up and drape it behind if you would like to. Let your inhales be determined so your exhales are deep. One more time. Your arm is away from the earth, bring your hand back down. Inhale, rise up, lift your hips, open up. And release, exhale back to your wide child's pose. Maybe reset your knees as needed. Thread it up, optional. Inhale for 2. 3. 4. One more time, make the most of it. And let it go. Impermanent beings, impermanent forms. Walk out to release your belly. You can come through the forearm plank again if you'd like. Feels good to stretch out. Backs of the knees. Come down. And coming to Sphinx pose with your feet about hip distance or a little wider. Round your pelvis. And then bring your elbows underneath you or in front of you so that you are supported. Think of the Sphinx, supported on your forearms in a restful back bend. Back bends do increase energy, so it's natural to feel a little bit of that, like a little adrenalized. Soften. Gently stretching the front of your body, eyes down. Feel your breathing, your belly. So when you let go of the bandhas in yin style poses, belly breathing is calming. It is good for our lymphatic system. And again, slowly breathe. Release out your arms, roll to the right side and support your head. Ground your bottom leg straight, just press that earth foot into the earth. Navel in towards your spine. Bend your top knee and come down with your hand to reach your ankle or foot. Taking 8 breaths here. So if you'd like to first bring your heel towards your hip, stretching the front of your leg and hip, front of your shoulder, take care of everything. Grounding energy. Breathe deeply. And then the second part, let your foot rest or press into your hand to create more of a bow shape. Pelvis coming forward, lying half bow. Commit to grounding your straight leg on the ground. Eyes down towards your nose. Exhale, release. Come back to your belly. And right over to the other side, taking your time to find your supported sideline pose. Hand to your navel, just encourages that toning there. Ground your leg. So you have to be active in order to balance here. Don't be active into the earth. Bend your top knee, catch your ankle or your foot and draw your heel in by bending your elbow. Just the right amount. No forcing. Keep your eyes softened. Try not to let them dart around a lot. Keep them steady. Second part, press your foot into your hand. Pelvis forward in space. Stay grounded. Breathe out again. And then when you're ready, release. Back to your belly. One more option for the up dog, down dog. Coming to seated, you may do that in your own way. Let yourself feel complete. And if you would like to spread out a blanket, we're going to do a seated yin pose. We just have some cushioning of a blanket if you like, for starting in our centered seat. We're coming to the yin half dragonfly, which looks like Janu Shavasana. Letting your right knee bend and your hip go out to the side. Bring your foot up along your other leg like a tree pose. So usually we do this active reach out in this pose. Let yourself just hinge forward and down. So careful to listen. Stimulating lines of energy across your low back, through your pelvis. Come down and relax forward to your own degree. You might have engaged your legs a bit just to come into the pose. Relax your muscles. Breathe softly, hold steady. You can support behind your leg with a blanket over your arms, if that allows you to release and soften more. In yin poses, we give them more time. Coming back to the idea of focusing our attention to create a steadiness and quietness. Focus on your breathing. Just a little bit longer. Let that feel complete and come out carefully. Come out and have a moment for a release, whatever feels good in between. Spontaneous pose. On the other side of the half dragonfly shape. So, non-striving, out and down, your own degree. Relax any muscular effort you put in coming in. Let your belly be relaxed. Support behind your leg. That is peaceful to your body and brain. Now we focus on our breathing and our body to keep our logical brains steady. Some attention to the releasing of effort. Just a little longer, soft. If stillness is challenging for you, just honor that. Honor what you experience. Part of this practice. Self-study. Svadhyaya. We understand ourselves, we can be compassionate, and we can grow from that. Out, nice and easy. And coming to bridge pose for a little pause. So you might reapply your socks or your layers have your resting props close by for our last part of practice, and rest in bridge pose if you get down there first. Staying yin from bridge, coming to figure 4, or it's called eye of the needle when it's a bridge pose, yin pose. Start with your right leg and bring it across, resting ankle above other knee, relaxing knee away for a few breaths. You may adjust the height by straightening or drawing it. Check in with your center and your axial spine, axial body centered. Add the drawing in of your leg, maybe interlace behind or in front of your shin. And relax as much as you can. Find a spot where you can relax your muscles in this shape. Adding in a springtime liver gallbladder pose. As we move towards the halfway point to spring. A chance to feel connected to the earth and the moon, the sun, the miracle of it all. Drop in. Relax your brain and enjoy your breathing. And cycle the breath another few times. Mindful release into your choice of releasing something else. Just move your body into a different shape. Hold on for a little bit. Then coming to your eye of the needle, second side. Begin by pressing that knee away gently with your brain or your hand. Soften, center your skull, nice long neck. Release that pushing away energy and draw in the legs towards your chest to any degree. Challenge yourself to keep your neck long. Sometimes you might need a pillow. If you pop up your head when you bring your legs in, maybe don't bring your legs in too far. Soften, let go of your muscles. Relax your foot, your other foot. Relax your knees. Relax your hips. And let healing energy flow through. Connect with your breath. Perhaps noticing how your body moves to breathe through the movement of rib cage, lungs, diaphragm. All miracles. Just a little bit longer. When you're ready, release slowly to the pose of your choice. As a counter pose, just something that feels like a nice follow-up, something you'd like to do for your body. And then bring down your spine. Bringing your knees to your chest and straighten your legs into the air. Coming to some upside down breaths, 10 breaths of legs up. Bring your legs towards you. Works towards plow pose. Your knees might bend to some degree. Let your legs return so they're upright out of your sacrum. And then just try to circle your feet, draw a little circle with your feet in both directions a few times, grounding your most dense bone into the earth. And then bring your knees down into your chest. Curl in. Release open. Try to settle your shoulder blades underneath you a bit and coming to lying butterfly pose and then into rest. Make sure you've got what you need close by. You could support under your knees in lying butterfly. So that drawing in of the knees should lengthen your low back first. If you need a little more space in your low back, bring your knees together and slide that flesh off your sitting bones down towards your heels. And then again, release your knees to the side, feet together. If you would like to add the interlace elbows wide, or your arms can be where they feel supported for your practice right now. Remember to keep it in. Relax your toes. Just the breath moving. Grounding back of your skull. Grounding quality of exhale. For a few more rounds of breath, breathe through the left side of your nose. Chandra Vedana Pranayama, moon breathing. Observe what happens when you request this of your body. You don't have to touch anything for your left side to be activated by your brain. Release the breath once more. Slowly stretch out into Shavasana. Resting pose, let your body rest, open into the ultimate yin pose, Shavasana. If you would like something under your knees, under your head, having something on top of you is very grounding. Try to stay warm and comfortable. Center your skull. Breathe out, bring your navel towards your spine. Just gather into the midline. Think about when you're standing. Feel that anchor into your belly. Exhale and inhale deeply. And this time, let everything disperse away from the center. Let your limbs roll open. Let your belly be free. A sense of falling from your heart center out to your shoulders. Let them ground. Continuing out to your elbows, hands and fingertips, open and rounded. Spilling away from the midline like water finding its way to the sea. Also moving away from the center are the hips, the sides of the pelvis. So our pelvis is not a fixed unit, it is a mobile unit with multiple parts that move and separate. So we can separate our front pelvis out to each side, our knees to each side, tops of feet, tips of toes. Fall away from the center. Smooth your forehead. Rest your jaw. Breath can move through nose and mouth freely now. Maybe try separating your lips and resting your top teeth really softly on your bottom lip area to relax your jaw. Throat releases, maybe swallowing there. Breath its own depth, its own timing. Landscape. I want to compose pure poetry, lying down near the sky, as astrologers do, up there next to bell towers. I'll listen in my dreams to their solemn hymns carried by the wind. Chin resting in hands, looking down from my garret. I'll see workers sing and gossip, chimneys, steeples, those masts of the city, and vast skies that tell of eternity. How sweet through the mist to see the birth of a star in the blue, a lamp at the window, rivers of smoke rising to heaven, and the moon pouring down her pale enchantment. I'll see springs, summers, autumns, and when winter comes with monotonous snows, I'll close all windows and shutters and build my magic palace in the darkness. I'll dream of bluish horizons, of gardens, of fountains weeping on alabaster, of kisses, birds singing night and day, and everything that belongs in a childish story. Trouble knocking vaguely at my window won't budge me from my desk once I've plunged into those delicious depths, creating spring with my will, drawing a sun from my heart, and turning my burning thoughts into mild weather. Let your hands find each other. Weave your fingers into the Ushas Mudra once again. When you breathe in, press your hands towards the sky and reach your arms overhead alongside your ears. breathe out, bring your arms down to the ground beside you. Taking several cycles of breath to return to your seated pose. Moving slowly. And breathing through the left side of your nose. Release one more nose exhale, left side. And open your hands with your pinkies touching in gesture of gratitude. Breathe through both sides of your nose deeply 3 times. Your exhale is concentrating energy into your belly center. Closing your mouth. Exhale down into your navel. Once more. Breathing out into emptiness and observe the impulse to breathe in, and that is the new moon. Just that impulse. The new moon coming in the wee hours of tomorrow morning, just past midnight. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice, and for Charles Baudelaire for the poetry.